Good morning and welcome back to the channel. As you can maybe see behind me, we haven't got the sprayer on. We've got the combi drill out. Well, we've kicked off drilling 2023, but we're having to take out the big guns. We've sourced a power hour combi. On the back of the 724 and we're away, but we're in a bit of sand at the minute, so it's easy going, but it's a bit fluffy, so we're going to have to just press it down in front. But it's a tine drill, KRM solar, 3 banks of staggered tines, and yeah, it puts it in well. If it's wet, these drills do. They're a good setup. Yeah, we're all headland management set up, so it makes a repetitive job of putting your PTO in and out of gear easy. So, one click on the go button and we're away. Revs are up. Cruise 2 and we're off. Because it's been that wet, we haven't been able to get started with the van start to start with, but anyway, we've managed to get a little bit drilled with it, and yeah, it's going well. Yeah, we're on with wood drilling winter barley at the minute. What we're on at the minute, we've drilled some Tardis, and this is Bolton, what's going in C1 seed, but yeah, it's going well. As you maybe see, it's a bit lumpy. Drying, but still a bit yeah, sticky, but we're having to get some in. But yeah, it's just blowing up a bit on top now, a bit clicky just here, but yeah, it's going in nicely really. At least we're getting some drilled, because we keep getting these showers, so it's not good, but yeah. There's some moving it. Yeah, as you can see, it's going in. Good 1.5 inches deep. So it's yeah, we're happy with that. Well, we're just out trying to find some land to drill, and it's sticky. Well, we're trying to move it. This field's only had the quali disc over it, so it still hasn't had any wheelings taken out, any compaction. So what we're doing now, we're using the heaver stealth to loosen it up about 9 inches deep, and it's just nicely moving the top and not bringing a lot of wet up. I know it's a bit sticky on top, but it'll dry. Yeah, with the heaver stealth having them low disturbance legs on, which we use for drilling oilseed rape, it's certainly not bringing any big lumps up. No 939 doesn't know it's got it on really. see we're about 9 inches deep. Yeah. If you remember back at harvest, I told you when we was combining, we'd grown a field of dorsum winter wheat for seed, and they finally sent for it today. So it's been outloaded. There was 4 loads to go. We've had 2, and yeah, it's going for dressing and then delivery out to farms. Here he is. Here's the 3rd lorry just arriving. Well, we're on the last load, 4th lorry. I'll soon be cleaned out. It, all cleaned up on a small dryer. This it's another farmyard we use, so, but it's handy putting seed in. So yep, on its way. Well, the other side to where the seed wheat is, this is where we brought the beans to. So these are being dried at the minute from about 18.5% down to 15. Yeah. We've got some heat on them if necessary to help dry them, so they'll not be long drying, hopefully. The worst thing about this small store is the trailers can't tip right up, so it gets a bit of a problem. They weren't designed for these big 16-18 ton tipping trailers. We've just purchased one of Ollie Harrison's seed stocks at Agri-Contract. Useful, brilliant invention. Really useful invention. Don't know why nobody else thought of it years and years ago. But makes emptying the drill out simple matter. We're in a slightly wetter field this morning, stickier. Yeah, it's certainly very cloddy in here. Can't really see from here, but certainly a lot stickier. It's in that field where we put a drain in last year. We're just coming up to it now. It's a bit wet round it. I've skipped at parts to let me drill get empty. But it's a beggar when you've got to have diff locks engaged to drill. Include in last week's video about that drain, what we did with all the clay, what was left in top of the soil. Well, we did in fact put it back in the bottom of the trench, as I'll show you. I'll put that clip on now. The clay we dug out to start with, we put on one side, and the good topsoil on the other. So I'll just backfill in the clay now with a land rake. Squash it down, and then put the topsoil back on top again, just to make a tidy job. Derek's out with the culti press, just moving a bit of land so to help it dry, so then we'll get it drilled with the Vadestead drill. we dropped the drill off and we're back spraying some stale seed beds off with Roundup. So that's today's job. Also, I've been asked how I spray around telegraph poles. Everybody does it different, but I'll try and show you how I do it. Right, well, a telegraph pole, what I can't get past. So what I do is I spray tight up to it. We're slowing up now. So I come right up to it. Switch off. And I back up. Staying in the tram lines, hopefully. I'll try anyway. Usually, not very handy. Whoa, we're not going round, but yeah, it's easy when you're not holding the camera. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's stale seed beds this, but yeah. So I've backed up where I think I need to get round it now. So then I switch the sprayer on for the section control. It'll stop working, which it has. So then we drive round the pole now, and that will spray any what I've missed on this side of the pole. So you'll see it come on in a minute as we get to where we are. See, it's spraying the other side of the pole. Now it's spraying around that. And when we get near the line, we'll switch on steering, and then we'll switch the sprayer off. So the spray is switched off now. And I'll straighten the sprayer up and back up to the pole. So not very handy. And if I can, I'll swing my boom round the pole so it catches a bit, so I don't miss much. But to be honest, you don't usually. So that's where I'm heading. So on my coverage map, you can see I've gone round the pole, and that's what I've sprayed. Well, now, I mean, my boom doesn't look very accurate on that. Just get a bit bigger. But when I switch it on, it'll straighten up. So I'll switch on, hit my steering, and if you look, it's sprayed a bit. It hasn't switched on there yet, but it's switching on now. And that's it. We're round. Yeah, as you can see on my coverage map now, I'm just turning into a gearing, and that's the bit you can see on it, what I've missed, where I've gone round the pole. Well, they've switched on now. They'll switch off in a minute. That's it, they've finished spraying. So where I sprayed round the pole, I'm not double dosing. And it's starting to switch back on again now. There we are. I've missed a minimal amount, or maybe not any, round that pole, but I haven't made wheelings travelling all the way around it in a circle, which in a wet time like this, it's sometimes not desirable. Well, we're ploughing a bit more to get it to dry out. As you can see, it's a bit stiff stuff. Yeah, it's a bit stiff, solid. When we get it to dry, we've got to plough it. So yeah, we've got the big guns out ploughing today. We've got Derek on his Challenger ploughing. Yeah, we're lucky really. We've got a good team here. Everybody can do everybody's job, more or less. So yeah, no matter what wants doing, we can all chop and change, which is good. And if somebody's ill, we can cover. It's a good job Derek's got his new tracks on, make him get a grip. It's wet in this corner. No, tracks don't like it when it's wet. Turning it over nicely. Well, we've had some more rain yesterday afternoon, which has put a stop to drilling with the Vadstad temporarily, but George has just gone out with a combi this morning, and more rain forecast, unfortunately, a lot of rain, if it's right, the forecast for Friday, so that's not good. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up here because but I've got some footage of George drilling with the Vadstad this week, but the video is getting plenty long enough, so I'm going to put it on to next week's edition of Video Diary on the farm. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please hit that like, share and subscribe button, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.